Okay, this is a quick demonstration for Adam of the exercise that I was talking about. Yeah, my voice is weird today. I got a cold. I don't know. My daughter gave it to me. But basically, when you're playing groups of 4, you only count it as 1. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E-ender, 2 E-ender, 3 E-ender, 4 E-ender. But just count 1, 2, 3, 4 because later on you're going to be counting so much. It'll drive you crazy. So basically you're doing 4 groups of 4 with each hand alternating, and then you do a roll at twice the speed. And then each time you have done that, you add one more group of 4. So I'll show you what I mean. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you just do that and you keep adding until you, if you do this just for half an hour at a time, do it with your hands, do it with your feet. This exercise I think is called the Stone Killer exercise. But basically, back when I was doing this a lot, your single strokes get crazy strong. And because you're developing each hand, exactly the same amount of work on each hand. So if you can play 16th notes this quickly with your right hand, and the same with your left hand, it makes sense that you should be able to play a roll twice as fast as that with both hands. So and once you get up to doing like groups of, let's say, 20 on each hand, that's a long roll that you can do. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm out of shape, but back in the day I could do it. But that's basically what you want to work on. The other thing I really want you to think about, having watched some footage of you playing, is that I want you to think about playing different parts of the kit for different parts of the song. So, for instance, when the band goes to a big rock out section, don't always go to the crash cymbal and play loud. Sometimes go to the floor tom and play heavy. And then in the second time it comes around, then go to the crash cymbal. But think about not giving everything away straight away in every song. Sometimes it works. Look for different ways guys play heavy. The heavy is not only loud, but it can also be intense. So you can have a lot of notes creating volume, like on your double bass and playing on the floor tom. Something really busy sounds very heavy sometimes. And sometimes you do just want to crash on the cymbal, but try and mix that up and really think about that, because that is the thing that I see with a lot of bands that are playing heavy music. If you listen to, say, Tool, the drummer plays on the toms a lot and doesn't play like kind of washy sounds very much. So think about that. Think about that a lot, because it gives your band a lot more variety. And also for them, you also need to think about, as a band, when are we going to really push it out? And how long can we hold it back? So sometimes it's actually really cool to hold back. And if you watch some clips of, I'm trying to remember the name of the band, Floating Me with Lucius Borich. Look at some clips of Lucius playing, and often you'll see that he's playing just like on the cymbals lightly, like something really laid back. And then he will just slam out a huge groove in the second half of the song. But maybe on the first half he's playing something really light like that, or he's playing a tom beat. and he's playing that over and over like a mantra, and he's not changing what he's playing at all. He's keeping it level and letting the band take off and come back, take off and come back. But then, halfway through the song, suddenly Hugh will just come alive. And I think he's a great player to learn a lot from about dynamics. I stole a lot of ideas from that guy when I was playing in rock bands, because he really knew when to let the guns blaze in a song. And he knew when to, play heavy, but maybe not give it all away. So that's my tips for right now. With double bass drumming, the thing that is the worst is when people have not practiced double bass and they're playing it and it sounds like this. Instead of a roll on the bass drum like this, where all the notes are even, the right bass drum is much louder. And it doesn't really sound that good. And the other thing is that when you're playing 16th notes, so you're playing a roll with your feet, it sounds really cool, but it doesn't sound cool if you're doing this, because the left foot's not keeping up with the right. It sounds like, the drummer's not really doing his job, which he isn't, unless he wants to play that beat. So with the bass drum, really practice just single strokes, being super even. If you play, the other thing that I saw once on a Tommy Aldridge, who plays for Whitesnake, who is one of the original double bass drum rockers, he would practice a beat like this, just the normal rock beat, but he would practice it with his right foot, and then he'd play the same beat with his left foot. So I'm going to try and put my left foot on the bass drum pedal and see what happens, but not easy. So, but he would just pick a beat that he knew how to play with his right foot, and then he'd play it with his left foot. And he said that what his goal was to be able to play any beat with each foot and for it to feel exactly the same and sound exactly the same. So maybe that's something that could be fun to work on as well, because just playing boom 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 gets pretty boring after a while. But yeah, try and just play with your left foot, boom boom, just normal rock beats, what you play with your right foot, just try and get your left foot to do it. So have fun. I love being a teacher. I love supporting you on your journey. It's really exciting to see you out gigging and playing and following your dream. And have fun. You can always call on me anytime. I love you, brother. Say hi to your family, and God bless.